The Home Secretary Sajid Javid has said that social media platforms can do much more to curb the shocking rise in knife crime, including a crackdown on so-called drill music, which is often seen as glamorizing gang-related gun and knife crime, with some lyrics containing graphic threats of violence. Do you remember Quincy? On the TV in the afternoon after lunchtime Neighbours. I used to watch it at uni. Quincy? No, that was with Dick Van Dyke. There's a similar. Quincy was Jack Klugman, recently deceased. Quincy M.E., medical examiner, a brilliant coroner who solves murders on the sly. Okay, now, anyway, this one episode, a teenager is murdered whilst dancing to punk music in a nightclub, and they manage to somehow connect the murder to the punk music. Quincy, Jack Klugman, proves that punk music is such a bad influence that it was kind of responsible for the victim's death, although the actual cause of death was that he was stabbed in the neck with an ice pick. Okay, it's fucking hilarious. Okay, it's brilliant and ridiculous. Now, hard as this might be to believe, Tim, but I don't generally listen to a whole lot of drill music. I know, but if this shit is calling for kids to stab each other or is explicitly advocating violence or whatever, then yeah, sort it out, okay? These social media companies, they wield incredible social influence and political muscle. Let's face it, elections are won, stolen and lost on these platforms, and they need to be held to account. But so does the Home Secretary and his predecessors and his useless fucking government. Knife crime is through the roof. You can't just go, oh, it's Facebook's fault. Innit? Generally, the only person at fault for an individual stabbing another individual is the individual holding the fucking knife. But I do wonder if massive Tory cuts to police numbers, combined with massive Tory cuts to youth services, which leaves tens of thousands of our poorest kids hanging out on the streets with literally fuck all to do because the Tories have closed down basically everything, maybe these things also have an effect on how many kids are stabbing other kids. Maybe more so than the music they're making and listening to. Maybe. I think Sajid Javid needs to stop concentrating on what kids listen to and do his fucking job instead, like the police do. Or at least try to, because love them or hate them, the police are basically all that stands between relative safety and a fucking riot in Tesco Metro most days. Without the fear of arrest, I would probably punch 3 or 4 people a day, right? On the bus into work alone, often children. I'm not fucking kidding. And right now, the vast majority of UK police officers feel that they are understaffed and underfunded. And I'm inclined to trust their judgment over ex-managing director of Deutsche Banker, Sajid Javid. These coppers, they're not making it up, all right? They're not just lazing about, eating donuts, moaning about their work conditions whilst criminals run riot, okay? They're not all Chief Wiggum. Yet another offensive stereotype from The Simpsons. That's another thing the police need to be cracking down on, right? Drill music and Simpsons-related hate crime. Yeah. The Home Secretary Sajid Javid there, who we caught up with earlier today. Now,